Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and knowledge, great millstone, and peace and salutations, you brothers out there teaching this word of truth and sincerity on the highways and hedges throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to our hopeful elect. This is Gadai One. I'm doing another video here on Bird Box. I've seen the film. Brothers have been speaking on the film, and I've been seeing it memes on Twitter, specifically using this image, right? And if you've seen the film, this is a heavy scene right here, man. All right? Because this guy came in, he came in the house. Spoiler alert, by the way. This guy came in the house thinking he's cool. But as you can see, he's a demon, man. He's evil. All right? And then, but the demonic people, the people that got demons on them, they're okay if that wicked spirit that's going around killing people. All right? And it's real spiritual because this film is a very, very spiritual film. But a lot of people say they don't like it because they say, oh, it leaves too many questions unanswered. I don't know. They got to tell me where the thing comes from. Hey, man, they don't got to tell. They don't got to. You know where it came from, man. You know what that is. You know what's going down. All right? It's the end game, like that Jake said. Like this Jake here and the brother y'all will call, they did a video on it, right? There's a Jake in the kitchen right here. This guy, he talks about it, man. And the spirit has it. I've been realizing more, catching little things here and there. They were showing in the beginning, right, that this disease, the spirit it started in Europe. I'll go back to this, Jake. It started in Europe. They're watching the news, and the news shows you that it's all
There have been no officially confirmed
right. The news shows you that it's in Europe, and that looks like, if you go on the news today, that's Europe right now. It's France. Okay, Sweden. There's all kinds of people rioting. The yellow vest. That was in Belgium. Okay. And it's gonna spread out. And where did it spread out to? They just so happen to be in Northern California in this film. Okay. They're speaking about Santa Rosa and Sausalito. That's a nice part of Northern California by San Francisco. Stockton, Sacramento. So what happened? The spirit of judgment came out and started killing more people, making people bug out. That's a spiritual thing. See, and then that's why this guy, I'm going to go in the scriptures in a little bit. Salakia Akim. But you know, the spirit rules, man. I got to just get it out. Right, they're looking at the breaking news. Yeah, and I don't want to get banned, so that's why I'm not playing it for y'all. Global Alert, Response Networks, coordinating investigations. And these guys start looking at stuff, they start seeing it, they start killing themselves.
We go crazy like him.
The army has found.
It's happening. End game, man.
See, there you go. It's the end game, man.
My children are out there.
You won't make it to your children. All I do is back on, turn up.
The president has declared a state of emergency and has closed all borders. Do not go outside. Avoid social media. Use radio.
What the shit is happening? It's end game, man.
That's the end game, man. I don't want to play more. All right, but he goes into it and he starts explaining to you exactly what the end game is, right? And it's saying it's an ancient spirit, man. It's a spiritual thing. He tells you what it is. So all you idiots out there, saying, "Oh, I don't know what." Yeah, the movie was good and all, but there's too many unanswered questions. You know what it is, man. It's the Most High, all right? The Most High putting the spirit of death out there, a death plague. Just no different how he put a death plague on Egypt. When the death angel went through Egypt and killed all the firstborn. That was a heavy plague from the Heavenly Father. Right? And so you find them all walking around with their blindfolds and shit. Because it's real spiritual that they can't, if they look at it, they get destroyed. And they say that there's people that can go outside and see it and they're normal, but those people are actual bug outs. They're actually demonic people. They've been in mental asylums. They say, oh yeah, the crazies in the mental asylum. The crazies in the mental asylum, they're totally fine. They want everyone else to see it. Why? Because they're already infested with demons. So that demon doesn't affect them, man. And they love it. They love that spirit, the spirit of death, of evil, man, judgment, because they seek after that. So it's real spiritual when you understand it, man. So I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna read the whole chapter. This is Isaiah 59:1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy, that it cannot hear. That's right. We're not afraid of what this. If there's a wicked, evil spirit going out killing people, we're not going to be afraid of the men of the Lord. All right. Why? Because we have the ultimate spirit, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kakadash, within us and also watching over us. But your iniquities have separated between you and your power, and your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear. For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue hath muttered perverseness. None calleth for justice, nor pleadeth any for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. And that's our people, the Israelites. That's the entire world we're living in. All right? No one calls for justice. You got them kids on the border dying right now in U.S. custody, getting raped, okay, getting molested by the so-called white men, by other freaks and weirdos in those prison camps. And then they said, oh, they're reporting like a few of them died. They said 200 of them died. All right? A lot of them aren't even getting reported. How much of them kids, children, Israelite children, they get heamed up at the border by the so-called white man. No one's calling for justice. Nor any pleaded for truth. No, when we out there teaching the truth, you don't want to believe in what we're saying. Yeah, you don't want to push the truth about being an Israelite. Yeah, man, we're the Israelites. You don't want to bring that out. You'll allow the little subtleties go out there. But if you're part of the elect, you understand. Like this film, Bird Box, you totally understand what's going on, man. All right, you totally understand what's going on. It's a very spiritual film. And of course, right, the main protector of the little white woman is Jake. Why is that? Why is it a Jake, man? A big, strong Jake with a full beard, man. Everything's real spiritual, man. And you people who can't see it, you're never gonna see it. We're gonna keep reading. Why? You're never gonna see it because you're full of iniquity. You're an idiot. You mutter perverseness. None call for justice, nor any pleaded for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. They hatch cockatrice eggs and weave the spider's web. He that eateth of their eggs dieth, and that which is crushed breaketh out into a viper. Their webs shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. And they show you that that's part of the end game. Ooh, here we go. This is real spiritual right here. I haven't tweeted enough about this. There is a real state of emergency in Puerto Rico in regards to gender violence in women who are simply disappearing slowly. Consciousness is rising, but the government refuses to address the problem and had even repressed demonstrators. It says, esto emergencia. All right, it says 16 women disappeared, reported by the police, and they said to this day, reports the Telenoticas, to the TV reporter. So I gotta get on my Spanish. You know what I mean? But the Spirit has it. When brothers see this, you're gonna look into it. I'll leave the links below. You can check it out. But I wanted to go into the comments. It says, this is disturbing. Is it a serial killer? It says, no. In most, if not all cases, their significant other or an ex are the perpetrators or suspects. With all the violence glorified over the decades, I believe we're at the end game now. Now violence seems to be ingrained into the DNA. Very real, very sad. Woo! So people are putting that spirit out there, man. We're in the end time, end game, baby. It's over for y'all. It's over. We're at the last days, and I'm gonna bring up this out real quick. This is Matthew 14, 24 and 14. Shoot. The Spirit has I'm at this. Matthew 24 and 9. Oh, I got to start earlier. I got the Spirit. This is Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And the iniquity, it's abounded so much that nobody wants the love of many waxes cold. And you can see that in this film Bird Box. And they wanted to help this guy out. You already know what this guy did, man. He's a demon. Right? And the person in this film, the everybody who's soft, man, they don't make it, man. And even the hard guys, they don't make it. Okay? This guy's supposed to be a hard man, you know? The Jake, the woman. The only reason why Sandra Bullock, she make it out of there because she was trained up hardcore. And she don't make it, man. And you can tell why she didn't make it. Her spirit was totally... And you really got... You brothers who understand, man. You could totally see it. And these other people that as they say these things when they review the film, they're saying, oh yeah, man, it was too many loopholes. It didn't make too much sense. That same guy just went to Disneyland, you know? And this chick in the film, she's a little Disney queen. She wanted to name her daughter Cinderella, Ariel. All right, some bugged out, like, this all her life is just going to Disneyland, eating hot Cheetos, or whatever you fat women do, all right? Going to fast food, okay, hitting at Domino's, binge watching Disney films. Okay, and then she was soft. She even admits it, she was soft. Letting bug outs in. And old girl, Sandra Bullock and this guy, they acknowledge that they're assholes, man. Yeah, you gotta be hard to make it out of this thing. And that's what it says. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah, everybody's so wicked and evil, nobody's going to care for each other, man. It's going to be every man for himself. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. And that's exactly what we're in, man. The gospel has been preached throughout the world, man, via the internet. And that's when the end's coming. And then what were they saying here? The end is the end game. Woman in Puerto Rico. Look, weekend-long protest against domestic violence in Puerto Rico. This year alone, 41 women have been killed in Puerto Rico, or at least 23 of them were killed by intimate partners. Yeah. That's right, man. That's pure judgment, man. You woman, you're getting off all these thug homie guys. Or you woman just doing the most, being super wicked, cheating on your men, sleeping on the side, hoeing out. There's no police. That place is broken down. Puerto Rico's broken down right now. They'll just start putting you to death. Look, it's been happening with Native women for generations. And yeah, the government doesn't want to talk about it. And that's another thing, man. The Israelites are people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This has been the end of the world for us, man. But now we're coming at the end of the so-called white man, all right? This is all about the end of the so-called white man. In the film, you can see Bird Box pretty, it's bugged out when you look at it, but it's the concept is very spiritual, right? It's a film. It's supposed to make you think. It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be imaginative, and have all those. It's supposed to have you hanging on the edge, And it does it using what? Using a boogeyman you can't even see, man. And that's no different than what the Most High can do, all right? That's what the Most High operates. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right, so we're at the end of the world, meaning we're at the end of the so-called white man. The white man, you're ruling your power. You're in your power seat. You're pushing the R for the microchip. You got the whole world completely wicked. Everyone's a goddamn demon. People are homeless, sick, on drugs. You want to upload the internet into people's brains. All right? This is the end. We're at the end of this thing. For Esau is the end of Salah. I said at 8. And he said unto me, for Abraham and Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Ezra, asked thou not. So yeah, the point being, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. Let me keep going on this. This is back in Isaiah 59 and 7. 59 and 6. Their web shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. There's nothing but violence going on right here. You women are getting judged, getting killed, getting raped, getting put to death all throughout Americas. All right? And the women that are getting judged are you Israelite women. Okay? You so-called white woman is coming too for you, man. Best believe that. But it's happening right now to our woman. It's been happening. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are the thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. This is America today. They make haste to shed innocent blood. Yeah, let's go. We need to go into Syria. Esau wants to go into Syria. You got our own people talking about killing each other on the rap for no reason, man. Shooting niggas just because it's over the funk. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. Therefore is judgment far from us, neither doth justice overtake us. We wait for light, but behold obscurity. For brightness, but we walk in darkness. And that's real spiritual. I'm going to keep reading. We grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. We roar like bears and mourn sore like doves. We look for judgment, but there is none, for salvation, but it is far off from us. And this is like the premises of the film, man. They were actually literally groping, being blind, had no eyes. You got to see this film because you people, you want to be blind to, you have to be blind to certain wickedness, all right? And that's how we work, okay? The men of the Lord. There's darkness, there's wickedness. We don't even want to look in it, but you people love it. You people love the evil. You want to look into it, you embrace it. We separate ourselves from it, man. We'd rather not even look at it. Okay? For our transgressions are multiplied before thee, and our sins testify against us. For our transgressions are with us, and as for our iniquities we know them. In transgressing and lying against the Lord, and departing away from our power, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. That's exactly what's happening right now. The truth faileth. You depart from evil, you make yourself a prey. And that's exactly what the men of the Lord have done. We made ourselves a prey. Why? Because we departed from the wickedness, the evil. The Lord sees this, and it to please Him. That's why there was no judgment. Meaning what? He's going to bring the judgment. And He saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore, His arm brought salvation unto Him, and His righteousness it sustained Him. For He put on righteousness as a breastplate, and an helmet of salvation upon His head, and He put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. According to their deeds, accordingly He will repay fury to His adversaries, recompense to His enemies. To the islands He will repay recompense. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. And that's exactly what's going to happen. See, in these films like Bird Box, they don't show you what... Yeah, it has a bugged out ending, but it'll show you what's really about to go down, man. All right, the Lord's going to raise up. He's going to raise up His men, His elect. All right? When you devils coming on a flood, you're going to use everything you can. But that's when the Lord's going to lift that standard up against them. That's why we ain't worried about what's going to happen, man. We know what's going to happen. Okay? And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and to them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord. My spirit is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed's seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever. And that's exactly what's going to happen when we're established in the kingdom of heaven. All right? So you brothers, go watch that film, Bird Box. You already know what's about to go down. You know what's about to go down. It's an apocalyptic film. Number death, bodies everywhere. It's where did they get that from? They got it from the scriptures. And you people, you don't understand it, get ready. You're going to be the main ones getting judged in this judgment. You're going to be the main ones. Because you're not going to know what's going to go down. Then you're going to want to come to us. It's going to be too late. All right? So, you got to get it while it's good. You better come back, return to the Lord. Come back to your nationality. And when the RFID microchip comes, you better not take it. With that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash, Shalom.